Alright, here we go again. My name is Matthew Goins. This is my visual programming project. And yeah, let me show it to you. Oh shoot. I closed PowerPoint. Here we go. Yeah. So here we are in PowerPoint. This is my project, Blackjack, by me. Only me. I didn't work with a partner or anything. So yeah. Yeah, and then, okay. Now on to my second slide. Summary. So, it's Blackjack. That's about it, honestly. There's not much more to it. If you know how to play Blackjack, then you know what my program is. There are some small differences from normal Blackjack. In this version, you can't split. If you don't know what that is in Blackjack, you like split your hand and have like two hands at once. It's a kind of complex thing, so I didn't implement it. There's something called insurance, which I also didn't implement. And another thing is you're only playing against the dealer, so it's just you and the dealer. There's no other people. And also there's just one deck. Usually I'm pretty sure in Blackjack there are 6 decks in a casino, but for this one there's only one. And yeah. So now on to the actual program itself. So before I look at the code, let's actually start it, and I'll show you a bit of it. So first, we can look at the tutorial. And if you don't know how to play Blackjack, you can maybe pause the video and read this. But yeah, Blackjack, you want to keep getting cards until you get to 21, but you don't want to get over 21. And I also added betting and some other stuff. So yeah, this is tutorial, and let's start the actual game now. So here we are. At the start, you always got to bet. So I'm going to bet 200, confirm the bet, and now at the start of your turn, you draw 2 cards, and you can see the first card the dealer has. So I have 16, so I think I'm going to hit. Ooh, and I got 21 perfectly. Look at that. And the dealer, they keep drawing until they get to 17, or yeah, they got to 17. And yeah, 17 or higher. If they get 17 or higher, they stop. They stop drawing. So yeah, I won. I got $200. I can cash out here, or I can go to the next hand, and I'll go to the next hand. Let's be a little more risky on this one. Let's bet 400. So dealer, oh, it's dealer's turn already because I I started with 21. So yeah, dealer, they won they got 19, but I had started with the perfect 21, which is very lucky. Let's go one more time. Let's bet everything we have this time. I'm feeling lucky. So 12. I feel like I am going to hit. And 20. That's pretty good. I'm going to stand. So dealer's turn. 3, 6, 16, and 17. So I won. Got 1,600. So yeah, I got quite a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and cash out here, and it says I ended with a total of $3,200. Nice. So yeah, there's my game. And yeah, we can take a short look at the code now. Tutorial page, there is no code. I literally just put text here, so I didn't write any code for this. Start menu, not very much code. This just closes the start menu, and this yeah, it goes into the normal game, and this this closes the what do you call it, the tutorial, or it opens the tutorial, sorry. Oh. And yeah, so now let's go to the normal code here, and yeah, I've got a lot going on here. So I did use a structure, not a very big one, fairly small, just for the cards for player card, dealer card. I've got all of these here. These are to keep track of the picture boxes. These picture boxes here, sort through them, and these here are to make sure I'm not using the same card twice, because it is a card. There's only 52 cards in this deck, so I don't want to draw the same card twice. This makes sure I don't. These arrays make sure I don't. counting a bunch of stuff here, bet, how much money you have in the bank, ace count, card count, the totals, random thing here. And then of course the hits, you call the hit method, which is actually all the way down here. And yeah, you get the suit, you check for duplicates, and then you once you get the suit, you get the number, and yeah, there's that. And then this here is with the aces, because the aces are kind of weird because they can either be worth 1 or 11, depending on what's better for the player. So here I calculate that. And yeah, I also do some stuff with the face cards because they're all worth 10. And yeah, and then yeah, display the total down here. And then there's this is the exact same thing, but for the dealer, it's literally the exact same code, except I replaced a lot of the player stuff with dealer stuff here. And yeah, this is the loading of the form where I put all these picture boxes and stuff. And then I disable, enable some controls and stuff, and yeah, and I bring up the start menu. I did use a thing called a timer, which we never used in class, and the reason I use this timer is because I used it for the dealer. So whenever the dealer plays a card, there's a delay in between each card draw, and the reason I did that was because I felt like it was kind of weird for just the dealer to immediately play like 3 cards and it's like, oh, you lost. Instead, this way there's like a little anticipation between each card. It's like, oh, okay. You're like thinking like, oh, is he gonna go over? Is he gonna get higher than me? Like that sort of thing just adds a little bit more fun to the game, I think. So yeah, that's why I did that. It's not very complex, but there's a little bit to it, I guess. What else? Yeah, we got the betting stuff in here. Yeah, for the winner, calculating the bet amounts and resetting, going to the next. This reset here, start here. This is like going to the next next hand. That's what those are for. Yeah, this is if you lose right here. Yeah. I also used, I wanted to mention, I used image lists here, which we never used in class, but they weren't very complicated. They were pretty simple. They're just like arrays for images. So yeah, I used that for these. They were very helpful. Or not for these, sorry. I used them for all the JPEG images of cards that I got, which I found those on the internet, if you were wondering. They were free, and they were pretty high quality too, so I'm pretty happy with them. So yeah, I got all those, got the image list for all the different suits, and then I got the timer right here too. So yeah, I guess I can show you a little bit more of the couple more small things like that. I put some like safety precautions on these, so you can't put in letters and you can't bet more than you have. And when you do bet 1,000, you can't double down, which I don't know if I showed you what doubling down is. If I tie here, I'll show you what doubling down is if you don't know. When you double down, it doubles your bet, but you can also only draw one more card. So I do that. I drew one more card. I'm way over, and I lost all my money. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, I mean, I don't really think there's that much more to say. I think this is honestly, I think it's pretty neat. I have had a pretty good time with it. And yeah, I mean, that's about it. So I hope you liked it. And yeah.